Chapter 13, A Marriage with Fu Huai'an. Why did Lin Nuan refuse to marry Wen Moshen?
Tuan saw the kid in front of their table splashing ice cream on his face, his mother giggling and wiping the corner of her little darling's mouth, his heart clenched with longing at this scene. He glanced at Lin Nuan and felt a sinking feeling inside. He too had ice cream on his face. When Tuan reached down to grab another scoop of ice cream, a soft, thin finger suddenly grabbed him. He looked up and saw Lin Nuan gently wiping his mouth with a handkerchief. "Eat more slowly, look at the mess on your face." Lin Nuan's voice was so beautiful, just like the first time he heard it on the radio. It was so soft, soft enough to make people soft inside. "All right." Tuan nodded his head. But he didn't want to eat more slowly. He liked the way Lin Nuan gently wiped the corner of his mouth when he made a huge mess on his face. He felt like he was being lovingly adored by a mother. Bai Xiaoyan was sitting in front of Lin Nuan and Tuan, chewing on her straw. She crossed her long slender legs, a troubled expression written on her face. "Are you really going to marry Fu Huai'an?" Bai Xiaoyan felt that Lin Nuan's decision was too rash. Lin Nuan nodded his head. Bai Xiaoyan knew that Lin Nuan was smart. She was sure that Lin Nuan knew that Gu Hanyan was just using her, but she was actually willing to let herself be used for Wen Moshen. "But what about your happiness?" Bai Xiaoyan asked again, "And what about that worthy fiancé that the Lin family arranged for you?" That was the fiancé they prepared for a daughter of the Lin family. Their legitimate daughters should be the ones who marry into the Gu family. Lin Nuan stopped in the middle of her speech. Of course, the Gu family wasn't going to let a woman whose mother was mentally disabled marry their only son. Bai Xiaoyan knew Lin Nuan all too well. The real reason was that Lin Nuan had no feelings towards the young gentleman of the Gu family. If that was the case, she wouldn't have managed to say all this so nonchalantly. "Is it all worth it then, just for Wen Moshen?" Bai Xiaoyan asked, her beautiful eyebrows furrowing together. Obviously, she thought it wasn't. Lin Nuan looked down and chuckled. "Even if it was, I still owe Moshen's brother. Maybe he won't be mad at me after this. Keep lying to yourself." Bai Xiaoyan sighed. Lin Nuan's head fell as he let out a slight laugh, a blank expression covering his face. Of all people, how could Bai Xiaoyan not be aware of Lin Nuan's gratitude towards Wen Moshen? Yet, it wasn't Lin Nuan who was lying to herself. After all, this was her last warning to herself. She felt it was time to let go and forget about her past with Wen Moshen. At exactly 3:20 a.m., Lin Nuan's phone rang. It was Fu Huai'an. "I have to go." Lin Nuan grabbed her purse and glanced at Tuan who had already finished her ice cream. "Tuan, let's go. Your father is here." "All right." Tuan nodded his head. Bai Xiaoyan sat in the ice cream store and watched as Lin Nuan walked towards the black Bentley parked on the side of the road, Tuan cuddled in her arms. In the sunlight, Fu Huai'an stood in the back of the car, his lips biting on a cigarette. He stood there in his fitted navy blue suit, the top unbuttoned, revealing the neatly ironed white shirt underneath. He was not wearing a tie. His manner exuded the sophistication and intelligence of a cultured alpha male, intimidating people at the mere sight of them. Bai Xiaoyan crossed her feet and rested her chin on her hand. She had to admit that Fu Huai'an and Lin Nuan looked like a good match. Bai Xiaoyan had heard of Fu Huai'an. He was notoriously cold, especially to women. So many of them had tried to approach him when they heard about his power in the world of lawyers, but they had all met a terrible end. But why did Gu Hanyan refuse Fu Huai'an, a man with such credentials who was willing to marry her, and instead turn to Lin Nuan for help?
Chapter 14, So, are you ready to come back now? Lin Nuan was waiting for Wen Moshen in front of her.
Bai Xiaoyan never thought that Gu Hanyan was waiting for Wen Moshen. A woman like Gu Hanyan knows exactly what she wants. She wasn't Lin Nuan, and she certainly wouldn't save herself for a man whose death is almost confirmed. Gu Hanyan's act of devotion in front of Lin Nuan was only to manipulate her love for Wen Moshen. Bai Xiaoyan knew that even if Lin Nuan found out, she would not do anything about it. Wen Moshen had always been Lin Nuan's weak point. As Fu Huai'an's car reached the gates of the Lin's mansion, Lin Nuan suddenly asked his assistant to park the car near the road. Lin Nuan turned around and said to Fu Huai'an, "If I don't tell the Lin family in advance and just announce the news of our marriage, my mother will not be able to accept it. How about I go there first to prepare the ground, and then you come? I only need 20 minutes. Lin Nuan discussed this with Fu Huai'an. After all, as an influential and very active figure in the world of lawyers, his time was precious. To his surprise, Fu Huai'an nodded. Lin Nuan thanked him, picked up her purse and got out of the car. Taking a deep breath, she looked at the imposing black doors of Lin Mansion. This was where she grew up. Everything seemed so familiar and yet so far away. Before Lin Nuan could muster the courage to walk up to the door and ring the bell, a car approached her from the side. Nuan Nuan. The window of the driver's seat opened, revealing Lin Chen's face. After the revelation of the truth that Lin Nuan was not from the Lin family, Lin Nuan did not want to see anyone else from the Lin family other than her mother. The last time she saw Lin Chen was 4 years ago. Lin Chen got out of the car. He was still as handsome and elegant as he was 4 years ago, but with an added touch of maturity. Lin Chen wore a white shirt with a wide collar and a gray vest, and he looked quite exceptional. Perhaps the Lin family was too busy at that time, but his eyes were full of sleepiness. The moment he saw Lin Nan, he felt as if he had entered another world. He felt a slight pain somewhere in his heart. He still remembered the scene when Lin Nuan had left the mansion with her luggage. She was standing at the bottom of the stairs, he was standing at the top, when she said, "Brother, if you still consider me your sister, then don't ever come to see me again." The same goes for everyone else in the Lin family. I would feel like my heart has been stabbed with a knife. Because of this sentence, Lin Chen had visited her house so many times, but he would sit in his car, anticipating when he might see her rush home from work. Lin Chen didn't know how much 4 years could change a person. He could just feel Lin Chen getting thinner, her delicate face as pale as a sheet. "Brother." Lin Nuan unconsciously called, her eyes watering and her nose turning red. Lin Chen stood in front of her with his long slender legs, a smell of tobacco wafting over him. "So you're ready to come back now?" Lin Chen fought the lump in his throat and asked in a heavy voice. Lin Nuan tightened her grip on her purse, bitterness surging in her heart. She looked up at him with a pained expression, trying to suppress her emotions. The sun shone on her face, the mist under her eyes moistened her long lashes. Lin Nuan lowered her eyes and said, "I brought my fiancé home to introduce him to mother."
Chapter 15, It's Me, or Her. Why is Lin Nuan here?
Lin Chen clenched his fists in his pants pockets. His long bony fingers inadvertently let out a crack. He immediately unclenched his fists, keeping the calm in his enigmatic eyes. Gently concealing his emotions, he pulled the box of cigarettes from his pocket. "Your fiancé." Gu shouting. Lin Chen took out a cigarette and bit on it while searching for a lighter on his body. Lin Nuan shook his head. Thinking of the man in the car still waiting for him, Lin Nuan knew that he only had about 20 minutes left. Seeing that Lin Chen still hadn't found her lighter, she said, "Brother, let's talk about it after we go in. Let's not stay outside." Lin Chen stared at Lin Nuan silently and took the cigarette out of his mouth. He just wanted to spend a little more time alone with Lin Nuan. But he lost his composure when he heard that Lin Nuan had brought back his fiancé. "Come in." Lin Chen honked, and the doors of the Lin's mansion slowly opened. Lin Chen drove inside following their driveway and made a call to the house. The butler picked up the phone. Lin Chen announced that Lin Nuan had returned. The news set off an uproar in the Lin family. Especially for Lin Ran, who was choosing a party dress for her grandmother's birthday next month. There was no way Lin Ran could treat her decently, not the woman who had stolen her identity for so many years. Why is she here? Lin Ran said with a frown, feeling her anger rising inside her like steam. Liang Mulan glanced at Lin Ran and held her small hand tightly. Her eyes began to water. She wanted to persuade Lin Ran to accept Lin Nuan. In her heart, Liang Mulan still wanted Lin Nuan to come home, even if it meant being part of the family under a different identity. Liang Mulan begged, Ran, please bear with him, for my sake. You must know that you and Nuan are children to me, I really am. Mother, you only have one daughter. It's me, or her. If you want Lin Nuan to come back and play girl, then I'll leave. Think about it. Lin Ran slammed the magazine on the table and stormed upstairs. Ran. Liang Mulan called as she stood up. Lin Ran didn't turn around. Lin Ran held back her tears. She was the illegitimate daughter of the Lins, not Lin Nuan. After wandering away from home for so many years, everyone should have cherished and loved her like a jewel upon her return. But the brothers always reserved a cold attitude towards her, as if her arrival had broken the harmony of their family. Every day, the only thing the old woman talked about was how she had raised Lin Nuan. When Lin Nuan was still part of the Lin family, everyone in the society had tried to imitate her. Lin Ran should learn a little more from her if she didn't want to ruin the image of the Lins outside the family. As if Lin Ran hadn't heard the servants gossiping about her behind her back, saying that she came from a modest background. Although she was a daughter of the Lin family related by blood, she couldn't compete with Lin Nuan in terms of etiquette and elegance. She was the girl who had been raised in the Lin family since childhood. For so many years, the mere mention of Lin Nuan's name was like a sharp knife stabbing her in the heart. Whenever someone pressed it, the blood kept flowing and it hurt like hell. Lin Ran hated Lin Nuan and her real parents, so much so that she wanted to tear them apart. Lin Chen parked his car on the spot. Lin Nuan unbuckled his seatbelt and prepared to get out of the car. Nuan, have you thought about the topic that mother mentioned when she visited you? Lin Chen turned around and looked at the beautiful curves of his side profile. He intentionally lowered his tone so that she wouldn't detect the tremor in his voice. Lin Nuan grabbed the handle of the car door and turned to look at him.